Again, these are modeled after Florian Gatsby, who has these beautiful, simple, angular vessels that I just think are beautiful. And I wanted to kind of piggyback on his work because there's no way, even Florian, there's no way that he could, well, actually he kind of does, doesn't he? Make, 1,000 of them that are exactly alike. But when people are buying Florian stuff, I think they're buying it because it is handmade and they're not going to be as caught up on, like Amazon is just brutal. I don't think Florian sells on Amazon because if you sell on Amazon, it has to look exactly like that picture or you're going to get complaints. And, nobody likes, especially when you pour your heart and soul and your life into your work and then, someone's like, oh, the color looks different than whatever, like you always feel like a little bit of a loser when someone takes back your stuff on Amazon. So, or Etsy or wherever. If you're selling online or if you're selling a lot of something that's represented by online pictures, you need to have consistency. And really the only way to have that consistency every time to the degree that you need it online is having a template or a jig like the profile ribs. Profile rib is just a jig. It's just a template that you're putting up against the profile to define the profile of your shape. I first saw what I started calling profile ribs in like Deneen and these big potteries up in the Midwest that would just create, they're banking. They'd create tons of mugs and they would always do that. They would throw the shape and then they would have this tool that they introduced to the profile of the vessel and they would just what I'm doing here, like, oh, that makes sense. I looked everywhere, couldn't find out what it was called. So finally I just said, hey, it's a profile rib and I'm gonna call it a profile rib and I'm gonna start making them.